So what is on the agenda today? I think I'm going to take this front clip off, and I got to do a little bit of work to the front clip. So I need to get the radiator out. I got a little work at the bottom of the radiator that's got to get done, and an oil can, that oil cooler that's down there that's got to get mounted. I want to get that done. I have help today so I could get this off easier. And then I think I'm going to get that AC box and such out of the truck. Right now I can't open the doors because the doors keep pinching the fender, or the fender keeps pinching the door. So I want to get this right, and I got to do some work on the passenger side fender to get it to adjust. Right now it won't adjust. So I need to get that done before I really tackle any interior stuff, because I'll have to open and close the doors a lot, and they keep banging that edge, the back of the fender in the front of the door. I don't want to keep doing that. So that's what I'm going to do today. One thing I did want to talk about is I noticed that the YouTube unsubscribed me from a channel that I had subscribed to, and so I just wanted to mention, if you subscribe to the channel, go back and check. Make sure you're still subscribed. I don't know why that happens, but this particular channel that I subscribe to, I've had to resubscribe 4 different times. I keep checking it, and it keeps coming back as I'm unsubscribed. So, as a small YouTube channel trying to grow the channel, that can be difficult for a guy like me. So if you have subscribed to my channel, I appreciate it. If you have not, please do, and then like the video, share it, comment. But if you have subscribed, go back and check. Just make sure that it's still shown as subscribed, because for whatever reason, I don't know why that happens, but it happened. So anyway, check that for me. That'd be great. And like I said, if you're not subscribed, please consider doing that. That'd be awesome. At any rate, I'm gonna get started on this. Get some tools ready and start pulling this thing apart. Alright, I got some tools. Got a couple of wrenches. See if I can get this stuff apart without dropping stuff on the ground. The other thing is trying to do it without tearing up my arm down inside here. Sometimes the issue with these projects is how many times you gotta revisit something. Put it together, take it apart, put it together. But it'll be fun to have it finished up and be able to drive it and cruise it around and such. Get these nuts and bolts back in. figure out a place to store that. Now I gotta decide, remember what size those bolts were for the front clip. It's the size I got. It's 1/2 inch. So I only have 2 bolts. I have one on the bottom over here and one on the bottom over there. And then this front clip will drop and I can pull it out. But I need help. So I'm gonna have to go get some help. Probably edit out that Jeep driving by. But maybe I won't. That's just a part of it. That's part of what I deal with right here. And that's okay, I guess. The other thing I gotta do is get that. I'm gonna get that air box out of there. I'll probably get the brake canister out. I don't know. I'm unsure about that because I still have run brake lines, and so I still want to mock that up. So I might leave that alone. Anyway, let me get some help. Okay. It's funny. Oh. You don't want to be in the video?
No, not necessarily. I don't need to be.
Tell me why you don't want to be in it.
I don't need to be.
I told everybody that you came to help me.
Well, here I am.
Yeah, I told everybody you came to help me because I have help right now. Set it there. Okay, that was easy.
Nice. Good job, babe. Love you.
Dude.
Here, I'm gonna go leave.
Okay. There we go. Got that off. This bracket needs to be cut. That needs to come out. And then right here is where I gotta do some work. And I'll show you guys that in just a second. Bracket that came out of the Crown Vic for the bottom of the radiator. My plan is I'm just going to cut it off right about here, and then I'll weld up a bracket that comes down, just welds to here, and then comes down, welds onto the frame member of the truck, and then this guy I'll get stuck up here. And this is the bracket for it, and I don't know how I'll incorporate that on there, but I'll try to get this bracket attached to this cross member so that this thing will be sitting right here and this won't be there, and that should take care of that. And then I gotta fix this section up here. I tack welded this little guy on there, and it's not in the right spot. It needs to go back and down like that. It needs to be kind of over here, and preferably more adjustable. This is what it would normally look like. That's the upper piece. This is the one on the driver's side. So it's really close, but you can see that it has room to adjust. So I'm gonna need to take better measurements off of this and try to get closer to this on the other side, so that when I put this front clip back on, I can adjust it so that the doors open and close without hitting the fenders. And that might be sitting up a little too high. I might have to bring it back down. I got on these little ponies. We used to call them ponies. They're just short sawhorses that I used to make up when I was working construction. Anyway, but they're a little too tall for this because that puts that up too high. I'm not that tall. Anyway, probably get this thing down a little bit more so that I can work on that better. And so I can get that fixed. And then I gotta, obviously I gotta cut that thing. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling now, kind of saying the same thing over and over again, which is annoying, I'm sure. Well, I know it's annoying to me, so if it annoys me to hear somebody ramble on and say the same thing over again, then it probably annoys you to hear me ramble on and say the same thing over and over again. Alright, right now I'm just kind of dealing with what I have to deal with in regards to the wind and crows in the distance, all that stuff, and I'm just gonna get after it a little bit. So this is that. I'm just gonna cut this off, I think right here. Over this side, do the same thing. We'll get the cutting disc out. So today is just one of those days where a guy would much rather be inside watching YouTube rather than outside trying to make YouTube. But I'm pressing on. You can hear that start. It's like the wind's just blowing just enough to just make it noisy and a little too chilly and all that, but we're pressing on. Why not? So here we go. I'm going to cut this bracket out. There we go. Bracket cut out. Stuff falling everywhere. So now room for this thing to go in here somehow. Come up with something for that. That oil cooler that's down in here. It's a bit of a struggle to get it to. At any rate, don't need those on there anymore. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of what I was talking about in that earlier video, is this thing doesn't really want to, because the length of these lines and their press fit, so they're really dictating where that thing wants to sit, and so pretty much is right there, and I really have to get a straight edge to go across here to tell whether or not that's going to clear that radiator knot. Looks like it is, but I have to come up with, just kind of play with that a little bit, but it gives me room to get that brace, getting that brace out of there. This thing actually might, piece of this actually might work better for making up my, caught on my jacket. Yeah, that might actually work better. Something like that. Rather than that piece. Anyway, play with this a little bit and see what I come up with. Alright. I'm gonna make a template for this, and then I'll cut it, make sure it fits on this side too, and then cut it out of metal. But I really want to make it come down this side a little bit, so I'm just gonna try to come along here and scribe a, we'll start with that. Cut that out. I'm finding out that trying to record stuff on a Saturday is really a bit of a struggle, because there's just a lot going on. Not a lot going on for me, obviously, but a lot going on in the, there's a lot of background noise, a lot more cars. And like I said, today this like the wind is just enough that making just enough noise to be annoying. But that's the way it goes. There we go. How's that gonna look? That looks pretty good. What do you see? Do you see anything wrong with that? I don't either. I think that looks pretty good. And on this side, it'll fit there too. Okay. I need to turn this into two pieces of metal. And I'm going to use that, like I said, I'll use that piece that I cut out of here. I think that's going to work out for me real good. So, I'll go do that. Alright. I'm going to get me a snack. Cut these brackets. I didn't wind up using the same material that I talked about using. I used something else that came out of the car. It's just flat stock, but right now they're a little big, so I'm gonna whittle on them a bit, and see if you can't get them to fit better than that, and then maybe I'll turn them down a little bit. But anyway. Did you see that? I think a piece of the paper come off. Oh yeah, there it is. Piece of that back paper came off. You'll see I have this guard on here, and it's a little embarrassing to say that it's on there for a reason, because I did not have it on there before, and that didn't happen today, but recently, a couple weeks ago, thing blew up on me, and my thumb is finally starting to heal up. So I put this back on. So right now I'm just a little bit gun shy. Not gun shy, but that spooked me. I'm not gonna lie. That was like, just now I was like, oh, what happened? Anyway, be careful when you're running these things. These little skinny wheels. Skinny wheel is one name for them. Death wheel is another. When they get caught, when you're cutting and they get caught, man, they explode. And if you don't have these on, you're in trouble. If you don't have this on, you're in trouble. I got very fortunate. It just cut me real good, but be real careful. A lot can happen in a quick hurry with one of these skinny wheels. This is just that floppy disk sander. But at any rate, I think I'm gonna do that bit on the grinder in the garage. So took this in to the grinder in the shop and ground it down some. I think that part of my problem, not fitting quite right, but I'm definitely off right there. I'm a little high across right through here, so it needs a little bit more trimming. Probably just need to recut that, but yeah, it's looking good though. I mean, it's gonna work both sides. Actually fits this side over here a little bit better. There's that other piece. That one might fit this one better once it's ground up. Let me try that. I'm gonna grind on this one, get this one. What I did with those. There they are. Okay. Let's whittle on this thing for a minute. Get it. I gotta get in there a little bit, so I'll take that in and take care of that, and then I think that one's gonna be perfect for this side. I'll be right back. So those two fit in my world good enough. So I'll have to grind them down, you know, get it cleaned up. I'll have to clean up that so that I can weld it, and then clean up this so that it'll weld, and then get those welded on, and that's taken care of. So, but I think I'm done for right now out here. I think I've had enough of the breeze and just the chilliness. I think I'm just gonna go in and, you know, try to relax a little bit for Saturday. And then I'll get back on this shortly, weld those up, and then tackle that fender, get that fender figured out. One thing I did notice when I was messing around with this, it's got a couple of these little adjusters, so I'm gonna investigate using that on that bottom fender corner, see if that's something that I can, you know, weld in there. We'll see. It's up in the air. At any rate, I'll be back. Well, so I never did get back out. Well, I guess I did get back out here. So I got those brackets welded on to the truck. So that's what I got. Got them welded on. With that piece sitting there. I didn't get anything done with that fender. The day that I came out, I welded these two brackets on. It was raining real hard, and it was making all kinds of noise on the tarp, so I didn't do any recording, and then I got busy and I haven't got back out here, and it is now Friday evening, and I gotta work tomorrow, so I gotta work Saturday. So I just need to wrap this video up and get it put together so that I can get a video out for Saturday. So anyway, this is not much of a video, really just, you know, pulling the front clip off, pull the radiator out, and then cutting that thing, doing those brackets. That's all I accomplished. But it's gonna be that way sometimes, I suppose. So, at any rate, until next week, have a blessed week, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it.